Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week. At least I was back yesterday. So it's time for another early morning comic book haul. Pretty slow week at the shop. I ended up getting only 4 comic books, but I bought a book too. Plus I got another book from eBay. But let's start out with our top of the printer museum covers for this week. I keep on top of my printer all week and look at them. We got... what is this, 159 of X-Men, a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. I don't remember him doing the inside of this, but I just remember him doing one annual. And we got Scout, what number is this? 21, Tim Truman cover, Scary War, Skull and Tank. Giant face in that one, I guess to match the skull in that one. Sometimes I pick these parallels and don't even realize it. So there you go. Those 2 will now go away, and I'll pick out 2 more. Let's see what comics I got. We have got Venom War issue number 4 with the Chris Geruso cover, which is why I picked it up. Though I've been picking these up for the Chris Geruso covers, I've actually been enjoying the Venom War story. It's like all these Venom characters facing off against each other, and like they're literally in like a wrestling ring in Madison Square Garden or whatever the Marvel equivalent might be, facing off at there they are standing in the ring right there. This is by, who is it? Ewing, Coelho, and Darmata. There's our credits up there. But like I said, I'm buying these for the Geruso covers, but I've been enjoying reading them too. They're not bad. And here we go with the Pedestrian. Issue number 3. This one's weird. There's our power walking pedestrian in the back. A lot of it's just kind of like slice of life stuff, but then like the pedestrian, who's this guy who just power walks, helps people out, and there's this weird mystical aspect that happens, and this guy showed up, who I guess is the don't walk guy. Don't walk. There we go. We can match his, because that symbol's on it, the don't walk symbol is on his face, so, there's a little of the art in there. It's by Joey Esposito and Sean Van Gorman. Good stuff. Oh, there's a nice shot of the Pedestrian. And then we've got Saga issue number 70. This one's trucking along again. Fiona Staples on art and Brian K. Vaughan writing. But look at that crappy paper it's on. Everything buckling under there because it's oversaturated. You can really see it. Look at all those folds in it and bends. That's for people who think comics should go back to newsprint. First of all, newsprint doesn't exist, but they're already using the cheapest paper around. It's just glossy cheap paper, like for that giant G.I. Joe omnibus that just came out. It's on matte paper, but it's not newsprint. There's no flecks of stuff in it. Newsprint doesn't actually exist. But I'm just not a fan of that crappy paper. Right, here's Skin Police. This one actually has a nice cover stock. Good cover stock on Skin Police. I originally bought this one. I bought the first issue because of the Daniel Getty artwork, written by Jordan Thomas and Jason Wordie and Jeff Powell also working on it. Whoops. Daniel Getty drew for Avatar, Uber and Uber Invasion, which I liked. Matter of fact, they'd never finished being the Avatar. I don't know if they're out of business or they're just not publishing anything right now because I think they have money problems. Well, there was like 5 or 6 issues away from the end of Uber Invasion, and they just stopped making it. It was like, oh, that's sad. But I originally saw this coming out and said, I want to see what Daniel Getty is up to. So I think it's on my, this is from Oni Press. Warning, you have been reported by Oni. This is one about their cloning is illegal now, but there was a bunch of clones that years ago, and you can't tell if you're a clone or not, except when you're early 30s, you start getting unstable and can go crazy. So the skin police are these people who hunt down the clones, and they can't even tell if they're clones or not until an autopsy is done. So a lot of people don't like the skin police because they've been known to make mistakes. But liked the first issue, look forward to reading more. And then the book I got from the comic shop this week, speaking of Uber and Uber Invasion, is written by the same writer, Kieran Gillen. Stephanie Hans and Clayton Cowles are all. Stephanie Hans, I believe, is the artist on this. Yeah, she was the artist. It says on the back. Here's it. Lori wakes up to find the streets empty. Everyone has gone, or at least nearly everyone. She's thrown into a world where she has to scrape by in the ruins of civilization, nearly starving, hiding from the gangs when they arrive. We Call Them Giants is a story about communication across a chasm at the end of the world from the award-winning team behind the dark fantasy smash Die, D-I-E, all capital. I think I read a couple of issues in Die, and kind of like, I think it was a story about like a D&D party that got real. But I always kind of meant to go back and read it, but I never have. But I think I caught some of the artwork online and said, oh, that's kind of interesting, but I didn't pre-order it. But I saw a copy at my local comic shop. So I was like, you know what? Let me buy that. Because like I said, I only had 4 comics this week. That was it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I figured I could swing the $20 for this too. But I look forward to reading it. And the other thing I picked up off of eBay was Invaders Classic Volume 2. And I picked this up because I have volumes 1, 3, and 4, and I've had them. Someone gave them to me. I always kind of liked the Invaders as a kid. I liked this. This is the spot where I like Frank Robbins' art the best is in this Invaders book. Frank Robbins and Frank Springer, right? And these books are, I mean, I got this for $10 or $12. I can't remember which. But originally they went for $30. And you can they can still be pretty expensive on eBay from the $20 to $40 range. But I just happened to see someone just posted this one as I was looking. And I was like, you know what, I'll get. There was even, I think like the buy it now may have been $10 or $12. I can't remember. And it said recently posted or something like that. I'm like, I'm not even going to bargain with a guy. I'm just going to take it for that price. Because I figured someone else might get it for that price while I was bargaining with a guy. So, like I said, I never bought it because I was not going to. Like I said, I'm an Invaders fan, but somebody gave me 1, 3, and 4. And I always kind of wanted to get 2 to fill in there. But I wasn't willing to pay $30 just to do it. But, $10, $12 I'm willing to pay. What is it? This is Invaders 10 through 21, an annual one. So as a kid, I started buying the Invaders right around this time. Like maybe issue 14 was the first one I ever had. I noticed the pages are looking a little yellow too. What year did this come out? You wouldn't think things would yellow so fast. But they do. They're just I mean, that's not stark white anymore. Look at that. That's a little smoky. So even these books like this, I don't see the. Oh, there we go. Invaders. Looking for the date, 2008. So this came out all the way back in 2008. Holy cow! I've had those other books for that long. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Let me show you a little bit of my work now. Dreams of Things, 252. And when I first looked at this one before, the first thing I thought of was Goodfellas, where they're talking about the painting. You see that one dog goes one way, the other dog goes the other way. Look at that! Look at that! That's what popped into my head as I saw this upside down guy and this striped woman with their purple smoke and pyramid trees. This texture in here is like transparent lines going across one another. A nice design in the background. I like the way this one came out. Came out nice and dreamy. There you go. All right. So there you go. Some comics, a little art. You guys have a good week out there.